Hey, it's Fat Sharon. Hey guys, I'm back with another video. Today's video is going to be on my first interracial relationship and how I got into the relationship, how other people dealt with us being in that relationship, parents felt, all that. We're going to get into all of that. But first, I need you guys to please watch the video. Give me 5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes and watch it. Okay? You never know. You might like it. You might get something out of it. I don't know. But I'm hoping that I'm having a really hard time, getting subscribers and whatnot. And I'm not really sure why. Because people just subscribe to anybody. So, yeah, if you could please watch it, like it, comment. I don't care if the comment's good, bad, whatever. Just comment. Subscribe, please. And turn on post notifications and share it. Okay? Get my videos out there. Help me do this. I'm doing my work. I am making the videos. But I need you guys to do your job too. Please. Thank you. Okay, let's get into this video. Okay. Today, I'm going to talk about my very first interracial relationship and how it went and all that went with it. I would say I was about, let me say, I think like 22. I'm going to say 22. And if you watched my other video, you know that I was living in Newark at the time with my good friend. And we used to go to clubs all the time. In Newark there's plenty of clubs, plenty of out, people doing things at night, plenty of places to go to, have fun. And me and my girlfriend, we used to go to this one club all the time. It was great. It was like 10 minutes from where we lived, and we basically knew everybody in there. So we went one night and we were in there dancing, having a good time, doing our thing, and this guy kept like ordering drinks for me and sending them over. And I wasn't a big drinker, like mixed drinks. The only thing I drank was beer, and you'll know that because if you watched my other video, I told you about that. But yeah, I wasn't so I was declining the drinks. I was just like, no, just send it back to him. I don't drink, that. So then, after like an hour of him doing that, or he came over to me, and we started talking, and I think we clicked from like the first I want to say 5 minutes after we spoke. You know, he was so cool. He was had a great personality and whatnot, and yeah, we clicked right away, and we started dating. We started going places and having a good time and all that. You know, we were a couple at that point. And you know what? I just want to put this on record. Let me say, men are men. It don't matter what color, creed, whatever. Men are men, and I found that out because it doesn't matter what they are, black, white, Chinese, Spanish, Mexican, whatever. Men are men, and they all act the same way, you know. And I went into this saying, well, this is a different culture. Maybe this man will be different. No, he was just like any other man. But when we first got together, we were really in love, and we spent all our time together. Like if I wasn't working, I was at his house. If he wasn't working, or whatever, what he was doing, he was with me. And we went on like that for a while. He introduced me to his mother, well, his parents, his mom and dad, and he has two sisters. So when I went to the house the first time, we were only dating like maybe 4 months at that time, and yeah, I went to his parents' home, and the mother just said hello, and I said hello, how are you, and this and that. We talked. I had brought cake over, you know, because I didn't want to go over empty-handed, you know. So when you go to somebody's house, you meet somebody for the first time, you bring something. So I stopped and I bought a cake, and I brought a cake over, and she made coffee and tea or whatnot, and we sat and we had cake and we talked. And I thought she liked me. I thought everything was cool, this, that, and the other. And we left, and I didn't give it a second thought, you know. But, and I hate this part. But she didn't like me, and the only reason why she didn't like me was because I was white. She told my boyfriend, her son, that he needed to leave me. He needed to find a woman of his own color, and that this would never work out. Now, you know, if the man's mother does not like you, 9 times out of 10, that means the man's going to break up with you. And that's what I thought. So when he told me, you know, about his mother not liking me, I said to him right then and there, I says, well, you know, do you want to just, you know, call it quits? I don't want to, you know, aggravate your mother or this, that, or whatever, you know, or cause a problem between him and his mother. But he's sure, he's like, no, she'll get used to it, she'll be okay, and everything will be good. So I said, okay, fine. You know, if that's what's gonna happen, then fine. I gotta move. This light is crazy. It's driving me berserk. But then you can't see me. Alright, yeah, this is getting really stupid. Anyway, um, we went on. We were together. We went on dating, this and that. I went to his parents' house here and there, holidays, picnics, whatever. You know, and eventually, I think eventually, of her seeing that I wasn't, you know, some crazy woman, that I really did care about her son, that I loved him and I respected him, and I didn't want to cause any problems between him and his mother, because I wouldn't want that to be like, I wouldn't want him to cause any problems between me and my mother, you know. And he met my parents plenty of times. My parents liked him from day one. They thought he was a very nice guy. They, you know, when I first told them that, you know, he was black, they, they were like, are you sure you want to do this? You know, because it's a very hard relationship to have. And, yeah, you, you know, it's not an easy relationship, you know, because you get it from both sides of the family. You get it from friends. You get it, I mean, my God, it is just like crazy, 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 crazy. But anyway, we were together for 4.5 years. We were together. Um, we were addicted together, and I think that's what kept us together, because we used to do drugs together. And we lived in a cruddy part of town. We got an apartment together, and it was just not in a good neighborhood. I mean, horrible neighborhood. Oh, we had to barricade the door half the time so people wouldn't come in and rob us. You know, like one of those neighborhoods. And we lived there for about 3 years. We lived there. Then, after 3 years, my parents moved up to Warren County, where I live now. I live in Warren County, New Jersey. And coming up here was so different from from where, I gotta get out of this light. I don't know which is better. All right. but it was a whole different scene up here. Like interracial relationships were not like up here yet, and we were looked at like bad, like we were bad people. Like if we went to a diner, restaurant, whatever, you know, people would be just staring at us, you know. And God forbid, like he put his arm around me or kissed me or something, you know, it would be like, hey, you know, what are you doing? And I never, you know, fed into that. I didn't even really care. I was gonna do what I was gonna do. He was my boyfriend. I loved him. He loved me, and that was that. You know, we weren't worried about what other people thought, and that went on for our whole relationship. Now, he was in trouble. He was on probation, and he violated his probation, and he had a warrant out for himself. And we tried to move to where a different area where, you know, it wouldn't be that they would find him, you know, because you do things like that, you know, when you're in a relationship and bad things happen, you try and fix them so no more bad things will happen. And I think that was our fix. It was, it was just something we did that we didn't want, um, you know, him to get picked up or, you know, whatever. But the warrant that they put out for us, they went to our old apartment where we were living and looked for him there, but we were already gone. We were already in a new neighborhood and whatnot. And he was okay for about a year or so. You know, we went on with our lives, and it wasn't bad. He he had a job, work, whatever. We went on relationship. You know, we didn't even think about it until they knocked on the door. And when they knocked on the door, they took him right then and there. And he went to court. And I was thinking, like, all right, you're just going to give him, you know, like a fine, you know, whatever, you know. Well, he called me like 4 hours later because I couldn't go. I was busy with the kids and I couldn't go. So he calls me like 4 hours later, and I was like waiting, waiting, waiting for him to call me, you know. And he calls me and he's like, they gave me a year. And I was like, what? For a probation violation? He's like, yeah. They gave me, well, no, they gave him 364 days. How stupid is that? I mean, come on, 364. Because 365 is a year. So, yeah. But when he went in jail, I got clean. And we kept in contact the whole year that he was in. I took care of him. I sent him money. I took his calls. I did everything. But like a month or so before he got out, I broke up with him and I told him that when he gets out, he could not come to me because I knew him and he was very heavily into drugs, very very heavily, and it was okay when I was using. But if I'm not, I wasn't using at the time, and I was trying to go on with my life and do what a mother's supposed to do, take care of her kids. So yeah, but anyway, yeah, we broke up then. He came to see me like a couple times when he did get out of jail, and I had already moved on, you know, because it was like almost 2 years, and he came to my house a couple times. The one time I did open a door and I let him in and we talked. You know, I wanted to give him some closure because he was very upset the way I broke up with him, and I don't blame him. But I had to do what was better for my kids and what was better for me. So yeah, but we talked, and then about I hate this part. makes me so sad. But about 3 years ago, I got a message, and he died. He died on his birthday. Probably from a drug overdose. I didn't ask. I was very upset. I felt bad for his family and everything. I reached out to them. I, gave them my condolences, and yeah, even to this very day, this very minute, right now, talking about it makes me very sad, very very sad. Because, you know what, beyond the drugs and beyond all the crud, he was a good man. He was a really good man. He had kids. We had kids, and you know, it's just sad that they have to grow up without a father because, you know, they they had to from that point forward. I mean, I used to let him see the kids, but I wasn't there. Like I was not with him when he saw the kids. I would let him come over and take them and go out to eat somewhere or go to a movie and out to eat and then bring them back. I trusted him with that. But no overnight stuff, no. But yeah, he is now deceased, and I miss him. He was a really good man. He was really cool. We had a cool relationship. We vibed. Everything was cool. But you know what? Like when he went to jail for that year, I think that was it for me. Like I was tired of all the craziness. I was tired of all the partying and not taking care of my responsibilities and throwing my kids onto my parents, and that was horrible. So I had to fix that before my kids got older and really realized what was going on. I mean, I'm sure they did. Kids know. They watch you. They know what's going on in the house. But yeah, so now he's buried down by Plainfield, New Jersey. I don't know if anybody out here is from Jersey, but if you do, you know. And yeah, I'm gonna leave it there. But yes, that was my first interracial relationship. And I thank you for hanging out. If you hung out this long, thank you. And I'm gonna get going. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.